What's going on, you guys? So, title pretty much says it all. Now, as much as I love this little shit box of a car we built that is just awesome, it's a fun little ripper, but I think it's about time to part ways with it and open up some more room in the driveway and free up some money for something I really actually need to get. Now you might be thinking, oh Shane, what could you possibly need to get? Well, this thing is done and I really want to go drive it. I want to be able to load this thing up and go to the track whenever I want to. But I don't have a truck or trailer right now. My trailer got stolen last year and I've never replaced it. And my Durango is not nearly capable of pulling a trailer. Now, I'm sure somebody out there is like, oh, you could pull with a Durango, it'd be no problem. And you know, if it's in good condition, you can. I actually pulled a Supra cross country with this very Durango back in like 2006. Granted, that was a long time ago. And this chassis seen better days. It's pretty rusted. You see how crooked that hitch is? That bent from pulling my toolbox. So yeah, and it didn't just bend the hitch, it actually like bent the frame a little too. But yeah, that's not towing anything. So I need to get a new truck for towing, and I need to get a proper trailer to pull this with. So I'm definitely at the point where I think it's time to make the sacrifice and put that up for sale. Try to get some money together to, you know, get the stuff I actually need. So if you are watching this video just to get a rundown on what is done to this car and you've never seen it before, well, we can run through it right now. This is a 1985, or it might be an 84, same chassis. I don't know, I've owned too many of these, I can't remember. It's an 85 or 84 Toyota Celica Supra, and let's go to the inside. So it has a quick release steering wheel, it's over there, hydraulic handbrake, it's got a boost gauge, oil pressure gauge, coolant temp gauge, and that is because none of those gauges work other than the fuel level, voltage, and speedometer. Those work, the other ones do not. We have an SAFC Neo for controlling the computer, which is sitting on the glove box. And if you're wondering why it's sitting on the glove box, it's because it does not fit behind the glove box, because that is not the computer that came with this car. That is for the 1JZ. Now, if you know anything about Supras, the first thing you're going to notice when I pop this hood is that the hood shocks work. That's right, hood shocks work. Second thing you'll probably notice is that it is a 1JZ engine. So it's 2.5 liter non-VVTi 1JZ, and that is a Garrett GTX 4294R turbo. 2.5-inch charge pipes, 2.5-inch intercooler core. We have an oil cooler down there by Canton Racing AccuSump system, tile style blow-off valve, Canton Racing block adapter for the oil filter, rising rate fuel pressure regulator, Canton Racing oil catch tank over there. It's like a washer bottle off Amazon to make everything fit. Obviously single turbo kit. So single turbo manifold. And then down there we have a tile style. Basically means knockoff tile. 40 millimeter wastegate. That pretty much covers the motor. Oh, and a manual boost controller just chilling there. It's at low boost right now. It's only at like 9 pounds. Oh yeah, we also have BC coilovers all around on this. So right now the coilovers are set at a pretty moderate ride height. I didn't really like driving the car super slammed out. Has a full 3-inch exhaust on it with a some little fart can deal in the back here. So for starters, the good stuff: 1JZ, single turbo, runs great, sounds great, pulls good. Kept on moderately low boost right now just to keep it reliable, drivable, and you know, it's a good, fun little car, honestly. So I actually really enjoy driving this car. It's a ton of fun. Now the bad. Tires, completely shot. These tires definitely need to be replaced, so that's honestly one of the reasons why I haven't been driving it a lot lately, is because I've been putting so much money into finishing that car that I haven't been able to afford to put tires on this. Second of all, involving tires, we did have a blowout, and that wiped out that wheel flare and took the gas door off. Never found the gas door. So, you know, one of the major flaws of this car is the body is fucking rough. So obviously, flare, gas door, we got some fucking rust down there. Whoever painted this and shaved the moldings did a pretty half-ass shit job. I think this is actually Plasti Dip. But yeah, they like Bondo molded the flares in. There's a hole in the door where the molding used to be right there. Just overall, the body is not in that great of shape. Broken taillight. And the sunroof questionably works. So yeah, that's a major negative right there. Second, like I was saying before about this is kind of annoying. This is kind of annoying, having the ECU just sitting on this door here. Now I can stick it in here and shut this door if I really want to, but the issue is once it's sitting in here, after a while it starts to like to misfire, and I think it's because it gets so hot just sticking in there. But as soon as I open the door out and pull the ECU out, everything runs fine, and honestly have not been able to figure that out. I've gone through all the wiring. All the wiring is good. There's no pinched wires. There were no loose wires. I don't know. It's just one of those things I couldn't figure out. So yeah, that's kind of shitty. So if you're riding with passengers, they need to ride with the glove box door open, which I've made that trip all the way down to Indianapolis with this car before like that with a buddy, so it's not too bad. Is the downside though. Now, another negative, or a very huge positive on this car, is this seat. So this is an OMP HT carbon fiber racing seat. It is not large person friendly at all. So if you're a bigger person, you're not gonna like this seat at all. But I did keep it on sliders, so you can at least move it. Again though, if you're really tall, this is as far back as the seat goes. So you might be shit out of luck with that. Also, these are pretty relatively cheap gauges. They're not the best gauges in the world, so they're just little LED deals. Like this oil pressure gauge works sometimes. I think the battery's dead right now because this thing's been sitting forever. Fires right up. Motor sounds healthy. No real bad noises, anything like that. Now, what you're probably asking is, Shane, how much do you want for this fucking thing? I mean, I know what I have into it, and honestly, the entire build is documented, and you guys know I don't really have that much into it out of pocket. Out of pocket, I have about $2,700 into this car. Now, there are a lot of valuable parts that were sponsored or spare parts, and not to mention my time, labor. Not to mention there's a lot of parts on here that I just got really good deals on or hustled to get and traded stuff to get. So I'm definitely asking more than $2,700. So I'm gonna be trying to sell this for about $6,500 as it is. Pick it up, take it. Now, some people might not want a massive Garrett turbo on there, or maybe you don't want the OMP carbon fiber seat. Now, if you want this car without the seat and the turbo, I'll take $5 grand for it, because that's, you know, those parts are worth that much to me. So I'd keep them for, you know, an extra $1,500 off the car. But that's about it. So car runs, drives good, and I really don't want to sell it also, so that's probably another reason why I'm asking $6,500. Granted, it is worth more than that in parts. It is a W58 transmission with a 2J bell housing on it to adapt it. So, you know, between the motor, trans, it's got a spec clutch in it that's rated for like 500 wheel horsepower. So, you know, $800 clutch, what, $1,500 motor, $1,000 trans once you add the bell housing, flywheel, $2,500 turbo, $2,500 seat. You know, there's just a ton of shit on this car that adds up to what its actual value is worth. And honestly, if this was in a newer chassis, like if this was in a clean SC300 or a clean S chassis, even like a 240 or something like that, somebody would probably ask like 12 grand for this fucking thing. But you know what, the body's beat, but it does have a lot of decent parts on it, and I think it's worth exactly what I'm asking. So $6,500. Anybody wants it, let me know. But for now, that's gonna be it for this one. I gotta get back to work on this thing. Gonna be doing a photo shoot for a magazine with it soon. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow the build along. Head on over to ShaneWhaleyRacing.com, pick up some merch if you want, and yeah, I'll catch you guys later.